Where did the conversation come along to use an iconic uniform from U of M dance team? Like, how did that happen?
Yeah, so Minnesota dancers are just so talented.
They're insane.
They literally are.
Go to a state competition and you will just, it is
seriously
insane.
Yeah, definitely feeling imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
And then, of course, now that our season is over, I feel like I accomplished a lot of big goals this season, and so...
Hey, my name is Kyle Rush, and you are watching the No Counts Given podcast.
Taylor Vasek, welcome on to the show.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so you're here for NDCA.
Yes.
Anyone you're most excited to hear from, learn from?
There's a lot of new people and like things that I don't know about.
Yeah.
So I did a quick little walkthrough before I came here, and so that was cool to like see new like companies to go through and things like that, and even just like training organizations and things like that. So kind of just excited to see all the things.
You're originally from North Dakota?
Yes.
You danced University of North Dakota, UND dance team. Did you compete with them as well too?
I did. Back a long time ago, I did 1 year on the UND dance team, and we competed at UDA Nationals. And then after that, I had decided that I want to just focus on my career. So then after I graduated from college, I did go on to do a like an open team with the studio, and I did dance at Worlds 1 year. So
yeah, Worlds is crazy.
Cool. Yeah.
Worlds is intense.
Yes.
I think I heard, actually give me 1 second. I set myself up for failure.
No, that's okay.
I didn't put my water next to me.
That's okay.
Okay, I think I heard that you last competed, or you competed at Worlds, it was like 2016.
Yes.
I also competed that year, which is funny.
Oh my gosh.
I was on an open hip hop team for OC All-Stars.
Okay.
We didn't make it past finals. And you competed open as well too?
Yep.
Okay, so I wonder if this, I don't remember if this was around, if they still did this rule, but it still is now. I don't know if it was then, where only the top 3 countries can go.
Yes.
That drives me crazy.
Yes, and we didn't know that. So
Oh gosh.
we were there, and we were just excited to be there, and like really excited for the opportunity. And then, because I think, I could totally be wrong, but I think we were like 16th out of 30 teams. So we were like,
that's
okay,
great.
Not bad. Awesome. But we didn't final. And it was because of this, it was the top 3 in each country that only like moved on. And then like, I think there was like a wild card or something if there was like more teams. And so we were like, well, we did good, but we didn't get to move past. Yeah. So
do you still follow along like Worlds and watch it occasionally?
Occasionally, I don't watch it like as much as like nationals, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, since I last competed 2016, it's grown like crazy, but that top 3 rule is just one that it only affects 3 countries. That's pretty much it.
This season may be complete, but the next one is already calling. Dance Team Union Rankings are a season-long virtual leaderboard where teams from across the country compete, score, and rise all year long. Through multiple virtual events, teams submit routines, receive expert video critiques from DTU judges, and earn scores that build toward something bigger. Because when the season ends, it's not just about the rankings. Top teams earn national recognition, exclusive awards, and major grand prizes, rewarding consistency, growth, and excellence across an entire season. Every performance counts, every score matters, and every routine brings you closer to the top. The next DTU ranking season is coming soon. Train smart, compete often, and get ready to see your name on the leaderboard.
Sharpen Up Dance Team Training, a proud sponsor of the No Counts Given podcast, will host its summit event in Fountain Hills, Arizona on July 24 through 26, 2026. This is more than a dance event. This is your recruitment launchpad. Train at the collegiate level and connect directly with college coaches through structured meet and greet rotations. Every dancer is seen. Every college is heard. New this year? Golden Access Day, an exclusive experience for seniors with more one-on-one time, live evaluations, and increased visibility. We cap recruiters at 24 programs for a more personal, high-quality experience. Registration includes parent passes, a swag bag, specialized sessions, and a Sharpen Up movement band. Spots are limited. Register now at sharpenupdtt.com. Sharpen Up Summit. Go for the gold.
When did you start coaching Minnesota Premier?
This was my first season.
This is your first year.
Yeah.
And you just wrapped it all up.
Yep.
Tell me, like, just give me a description from when you went in to coaching, how you were feeling, to now finishing, how you're feeling. Give me it.
I mean, I definitely felt imposter syndrome for sure. Like when I got the email saying that they wanted to offer me the coaching spot, I literally was like, but can I do this? I questioned myself, which this was technically my 10th year coaching. So I had coached the University of North Dakota as an assistant coach and did middle school, high school, all that stuff. And so I wasn't my first rodeo by any means, but I've never been a head coach of a collegiate team before. So this was a very different dynamic. So initially I was definitely feeling imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
And then, of course, now that our season is over, I feel like I accomplished a lot of big goals this season. And so I was like, and I think that was really cool with my team too, because they also kind of felt that way in the sense of like doing POM for the first time, and then also just having a new coach, just like a little like skeptical, obviously. And so we all kind of just like at the end of the season, it was like very well rounded, like full circle moment where we're like, we're not imposters, we do belong here.
Why POM this year? Why did you guys want to add another routine?
Well, I was like, you are spending so much money already to go to nationals that you should definitely do a second routine.
No kidding.
Yeah. And I've done POM, so North Dakota does POM in high school, so I've done POM for a very long time. I was like, I feel confident with POM. I really know POM. I would love to do POM. And I think it was like right after the captains had hired me, they go, we kind of always thought we would do hip hop. And I was like, well, if you want to do hip hop, I mean, we can figure it out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel confident with POM. And then they sat on it a little bit, and I was like, we don't have to this year. We could just do jazz again, let it mend a little bit, get used to things. And then one day they were randomly just like, you know, we thought about it, and we think we would want to do POM this year. I was so excited.
What a feeling.
Yeah.
Are you like a POM lover? Is POM
yes,
like me
I
too?
love POM. I love POM so much.
Yeah, I could sit and watch good POM all day long. How was it going in and like they're picking up their first pair of POMs? They're getting into like choreo, wrists are probably backwards. Like,
yes,
how was that
literally,
session?
like watching the videos, I was like, oh my goodness, especially too because we weren't able to learn POM till like the end of January.
Oh.
So we learned POM late, and so they didn't really know POM. So yeah, they picked up their POMs very late in the season. But they really like took everything in that I said, constantly getting feedback from our choreographer. They would really take all of that stuff in, and they really took on the challenge. And then it was just funny too because a lot of them had said their favorite routine was POM, and I think it was just like the excitement of learning something new, you know. But yeah, they took on the challenge really well.
Yeah. So going into prelims, you guys get results, you see standings. Were you guys surprised? Were you guys shocked?
Yeah, to say the least. Yeah. Yes, very much so. We were going into it just like, let's just give it a shot and see what happens. And we were very, very happy, like just with the outcome of how our routine looked when we walked off the floor. They were so proud of themselves.
Yeah. I have to say, so I have not been following NDA for the past, I don't know, few years. This year I told myself, I was like, you're going to sit down, you're going to watch NDA. And I was at the College Classic. I flew in, I got to my hotel, I opened up my laptop, I put it in, you purchased my varsity subscription. The first team that pops up was your guys' POM. And I was watching it, and I was just, my jaw was like on the floor. I'm not even joking with you. I was expecting it to be good because I've seen your guys' routines before. But first year POM teams, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
And I just have to give props to the entire team because going, I mean, how many of them have ever picked up a pair of pomps before?
Minimal.
Okay.
Couple.
You're going in January, late January, mind you, which means you have February, March to clean the routine and to get it looking like that by April. Props to you, Coach, because that's great work. Do you feel like if you learned the routine earlier, you would have a better competitive advantage?
Yeah, definitely. And that was a thing, too, with our choreographer, was that we really wanted her, and we knew she wasn't going to be able to come until later because she had a baby. So we kind of knew that going into the season, that like once we learned pom, we had to be like ready, set, go pom. And so next year the future plan is to do it earlier, and of course it'll be nicer since a large majority of them have now done pom before.
That is true. Yeah.
So, but yes, I do feel like if we would have done it a little bit earlier.
When do teams usually learn choreography?
You know, I feel like NDA, it's so hit and miss, because some people will learn them super early, and then some people will wait till like that Christmas break time.
Yeah.
So when I was with the University of North Dakota, we did it like over Christmas break time, maybe a little bit earlier. We learned jazz just a little bit before, or in November, and then pom late January. Hopefully earlier this year.
Where did the conversation come along to use an iconic uniform from U of M dance team? Like, how did that happen?
Yeah, so that was kind of a part of it that we, because since we're a club and they just fundraise and pay for everything, that really, they were concerned about the cost, obviously. So the biggest thing was...
Pom costumes, I'm sure everyone that knows this probably has purchased a pom costume before, but they are expensive.
Yes, they are. So that was a huge thing, and I remember we had emailed and asked Coach Gaines if we could potentially borrow a pom uniform, which I was like sweating even just thinking about asking her this.
How long did you sit on the
literally
thought of
I was like, I can't breathe right now. And then she emailed back and was like, absolutely, I am so excited.
I love her.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
And I was like, and that just is just what solidified our decision.
And I want to hear about the glow up they felt, and you saw in that first time they performed it. Like, tell me about that experience.
They put that pom uniform on, and they just like were glowing. Like, I can't even describe like how
I would too, though.
They were just
I would too.
Like, what an honor.
Yeah,
Literally
no kidding.
an honor to be able to wear those. Like, I don't think if you told little me that I was gonna have these beautiful U of M pom uniforms in my closet right now hanging up, I don't think I would have believed you.
That's
because
crazy.
It's just crazy. But they just like, they were shining, they were ecstatic, and like when we were at nationals, they're just like, we are the M, we represent the M. Like, it was just like the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Wow. What does a season look like for you guys? Like, when do you guys start? When does it finish? What do you guys do throughout the season?
Yeah. So historically, they have auditions in September. Put a little bit of a wrench in those plans and had auditions earlier this year.
I saw the team list.
Yeah, because I was like, I just need summer to plan.
Yeah.
You know, all of that stuff, especially with getting a new pom uniform and all the other stuff that's involved. I was like, I just need the summers. But historically, we start in September. They start doing their best of the best routine. So that's the first thing they work on. This is usually self-choreographed by the team. Cool. So that's what we perform at the best of the best showcase for the U of M dance team. So that's kind of what we first start working on throughout the season, and then just technique and whatnot.
No camps or anything, like summer camps?
We do NDA camp. They usually do it during school time.
Oh, is it like a home camp?
Like a
they
home
come?
camp.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. So they come to us, which is nice. They did it at the school last year in like October.
Okay.
But I'm gonna have them do it in August this year. I'm like, just get it over with before school starts.
What does that camp look like? Because
Yeah.
do they learn like traditional game day routines and performance routines? Or?
So we can pick so they do like the pro team dance.
Yeah.
So all the styles, and that's what they perform for the NDA instructor to get a bid for nationals. And then they learn 2 other routines. I get to pick them. So last year I was like, all right, we're gonna do a pom routine and just see how that goes. that one was fun. But and then I did like another jazz routine. So they don't have to do like a bunch of game day stuff, and that's the nice part about doing a home camp is I've taken previous teams to actual camps,
Yeah.
and there's so much game day stuff, which is great for game day teams, but for us specifically, we don't use any of that material, so it's just not really worth it for us. So a home camp works great.
Yeah. Do you guys, I know, and I want to talk about like the difference between club and athletic for those that are watching. Out of curiosity, is there any kind of support that the university gives you guys, or show support, or?
So the clubs, we can sign up for grants and whatnot. It's not very much, but anything is better than nothing, so we'll take it. And then we do have to pay for our space this year. That was a new thing that happened. So yes, I think there's just too many clubs fighting for space at our rec center. So that was one thing that was new this season. That
so what does that look like with paying for space? Like, is that coming out of fundraising?
Yeah, like fundraising and their dues and whatnot. So that was a big financial thing this year too, unfortunately. But try to spin everything as a positive, right? I'm like, now you guys, we know we have space. We don't get there, and we're not like vultures trying to see where we're practicing. So I'm like, honestly, it makes me feel good knowing we have space, even though it's obviously not fun, especially because this team has been around for like 20 years. They've never had to pay for space before.
Minnesota Premier has been around for that long.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, so it's been a long time. They just usually only perform at Best of the Best. They only recently started like being more competitive and going to nationals. I am also the very wrong person to ask about the history of the program.
No, that's fine. I'm not going to.
I don't really know very much about the program.
That's new to me. So I guess the only reason is NDA. That's why Premier was on my radar. It's very common. There are a lot of club teams and athletic teams, and even I know like Ohio State just added their third club competitive dance team. Okay. And they competed this year at Dance Team Union College Classic. That's how I knew. So I know there's like a multitude of different clubs that could go on. I feel like that kind of says the difference. So I guess I'm not going to ask you what the difference is between a club and an athletic team. But okay, so I'm sorry you guys have to pay for your space, by the way.
That was a tough thing that happened this year, especially because it is a lot of money. But,
I'm sure. Do you guys have to cut down like hours when you're practicing now, just to like accommodate for?
No, I was like, we got to do it, but we'll kind of look at the space and the pricing. So once we get closer to national season, I'm like, hey, then we want the full room, whatnot. If we're doing something small, or we can just use a smaller space, we can do that. Also, our local studios have been great, like for like renting space and whatnot. It was just hard having 13 freshmen who didn't have cars and trying to transport them around. That is tough. That was the hardest part about that. But otherwise, our local studios are really good about helping us out.
Yeah. And how many freshmen do you have coming in this year?
We only actually have 4 or 5 because I have now 14 sophomores.
Oh wow. Oh wow! So you had sophomores that tried out as first years.
Yeah. So they're freshmen currently, going to be a sophomore. A couple of them tried out. So so now I have 14 sophomores. Yeah, it's only 4 or 5 freshmen.
How many in total for the program?
23 right now.
Okay. Smaller junior and senior class.
Yes. Yep.
Cool. And you guys don't recruit? Audition based. What are auditions like if I were to go into an audition?
Honestly, this year was just very different with having to do earlier tryouts what we actually just ended up doing.
That's right, because you said usually do them in September.
Yes. So what we ended up doing this season was we just taught them our nationals routines for auditions and whatnot, and then obviously a bunch of technique interviews, things like that. I do plan on tweaking the process as we go further. But like I said, I just definitely wanted a team, and also too, my previous 4 captains had been the 4 captains from the season before, so I have all fresh new captains. Wow. So it was like nationals ended, and I was like, I need to figure out who captains are, and then, oh, hey, by the way, we need to like either make up routines or do something, because we have a couple of video auditions since it's heavy studio competition season. So we just figured it was easiest to teach our nationals routines. So,
and it's fun to learn. I mean, everyone loves to learn a nationals routine.
Exactly.
So when we were talking earlier, you said that when you started with Premier, you had like this imposter syndrome. Did having the Minnesota name attached to it like also add to that like what am I really getting myself into?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially just being in like a higher division, because University of North Dakota was Division 1. So again, just being like, can I do this? Can I coach a team at a higher division? And of course I'm like, why could I not? But yes, having the Minnesota name attached to it, absolutely, just crazy. My team is just, Minnesota dancers are just so talented.
They're insane.
They literally are.
Go to a state competition and you will just, it is
seriously
insane.
Before we continue on with the show, make No Counts Given your go-to summer dance podcast. We're talking industry interviews, routine highlights, hot topics, blind items, and all the dance news you need to know. Whether you're on your way to practice, headed to camp, driving to your next choreography job, or just need to hear a relatable voice in the dance world, we've got you covered all summer long. So do me a favor, subscribe, like, leave us a 5-star rating, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss a single episode.
As a coach, I think that dance is evolving, and I don't know if the competition world and industry is pushing to get the change. This is how it's done, this is our protocol, this is what we do.
The industry is lacking creativity. The story that was always told to us is, well, it's been this way for many years.
We want your money, we want your team. Here's your box, we don't want you to do any more.
Certainly organizations didn't appreciate my kids and didn't allow them to grow. I'd always felt like they'll just replace you with another team. Like in an abusive relationship, the cycle needed to end.
DTU is setting the tone for what the path forward should be.
Even though it was scary, it was the right choice to make the jump. I saw weight lifted off of my kids and I felt hungry again.
We are like a complete 180 of a program.
Because of Dance Team Union's philosophy, everyone in the school has more respect for the dance team.
From registering for camp all the way through the nationals.
DTU is going to support you
and make your program better. What do you need? What can we do for you? How can we help your dancers?
They build us up as coaches and they're like, go out there and just do your job.
That was us. That is the best you've ever done.
Anyone that comes into the DTU family will feel that they have a personal relationship with the DTU staff.
At the end of nationals, I get a phone call from somebody and we have an honest conversation.
Very transparently, we love this, we don't love this.
And I'm heard.
There is so much freedom
with music and costuming,
choreography rules.
They want you to go out there and be the boldest team that you can be.
When I think about what we have now that we didn't before, it's a voice.
What those kids really can do is so much more than what you see on a sideline. It's their time to shine.
They feel like the stars of the show.
They were seen and respected and empowered.
That's going to give you that push to go out there and perform a little bit bigger. That's where you see breakthrough.
Give the people what they want.
If you want phenomenal communication.
If you're sick of your dancers not being heard.
If you're serious about change, be part of the change.
Break the mold. We're not in a box. We can be bold and we can be ourselves.
Be you. It's one of the best decisions that I've made as a dance coach.
I'm so happy to be here right now.
Yeah. I would imagine like going in and having, I don't know how I would be able to live with the pressure. Does your team feel that too? Like when they're going into competitions, like do they feel that Minnesota pressure?
You know, I don't feel like they felt that this year, but I think this year was different because so the previous year they didn't final.
Okay.
So when I kind of came into the team, I felt like I was coming into a little bit of like a broken team because they were a little discouraged that, you know, didn't make finals.
Yeah.
They were a little broken by that and whatnot. And so it was really a great rebuild year that I felt that every single time they performed, they were like, we're doing it for us. Like, and that just totally changed the culture.
Yeah.
But I think that they're honored to be a part of Minnesota.
Yeah. What are the changes now, like going from North Dakota to Minnesota, like workload changes? Is this is your first time head coaching at this caliber?
Yep.
Like what are some of the duties you have to do?
Well, my head coach from the University of North Dakota, Caitlin Madsen, she's my ride or die. She's taught me everything I know, and now I look back at her and I'm like, wow, you did so much when I was just like your cute little assistant coach just being like, I'm here to help you. Like, I just didn't even realize the amount of things that I had to do. The amount of times that I'm on band, watching their videos, critiquing, making sure they handed in their videos on time, planning out the schedule every day, planning out how they warm up, making sure they have the resources that they need for practice. I don't sleep a lot.
Yeah.
'Cause I'll
Dance coaches probably never do.
No, I'm just like, it's midnight and I'm like, oh my goodness, I forgot to post blah, 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 whatever. And then here's me posting. And then there's them looking at it and I'm like, why are you up?
I used to, when I directed a studio, I used to, that would be me at like 1 a.m. And I'm starting to spiral. I'm like, oh, I need to send the parent messages, whatever. So I would go on band and I would schedule the message to like be scheduled at like 6:45 a.m. And then I'd go to the studio the next day and they're like, you're always up so early. I really didn't roll out of bed till like noon. And that's how I kind of got away with things. I'm like, if I go to sleep right now, it's not going to be sent by 2 p.m. tomorrow.
Right. I need to look into that.
Yeah. I am a master when it comes to scheduled messages. Everyone does it. You let your inbox just fill up, text messages fill up.
Yep.
I will just spend one night catching up on them, and I'll just schedule them all like 2 minutes apart to send. And then I know when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, at least I responded to them.
Right, there you go.
I want to talk about Lauren Busen, choreographing jazz.
Yes.
She's worked with the team before, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So the previous year, it was her with Kristen Bowen, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Right.
She coaches Edina. So she had done it previously, and she just had a lot going on, so she needed to take a step back. So Busen was willing to take it on by herself. So
cool.
that was really awesome, and she did an amazing job.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is information you want to give me, but I'm just curious. Do you plan to like cycle same choreographers per year just to keep the relationship?
Yeah, definitely at this point, yes. Obviously, every year comes something new, but at this point, we've already solidified the same choreographers for next season. So I'm really excited to continue the relationship, and it's so nice that Busen is in town, and so if we have a question or if we want to do something different, she's right there, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
So
where's your palm choreographer from?
So Anna Kate Hermanson, she's from Sioux Falls originally.
Okay.
She currently lives in North Carolina.
Wow. Sioux Falls is a place.
Yes.
I'll tell you there. I go there like 4 times a year.
Okay.
It's like my third home, and it's definitely a place. Do people, when you're at events, do people ever mistake the two, dance team versus premiere?
I would say the people who just aren't aware. Because we all we're all yes, we know.
Yeah.
We're very aware that we're not, and it says premiere on all the things and whatnot, but people who don't know, and then we just politely direct them that we are not. Yeah.
What's next for the team? What are you guys going into next? So you don't do anything over summer?
We'll just do optional stuff over the summer, just get together, which is nice. Quite a few of them are Minnesota based, so they're in the area. But just doing some off-season work, and then we'll come back to do camp in August. We'll have a couple clinics and a kids camp this summer.
Yeah.
But
Cool. When you're evaluating dancers for the team, are you looking for that competitive edge? Because I would imagine your guys' focus is competition.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So you're really looking for that competitive aspect in that dancer.
Yeah, absolutely. Just because, like you said, we're not game day. We're not on the sidelines, doing a lot of extra stuff. Really just looking for that competitive edge in someone that fits our team culture. Because we worked really, really hard at that this season, and by the end of the season, it's the best team culture I've ever been a part of, that I just want to keep it going. So it's just really pulling the newbies in, being like, this is our team culture.
Yeah. What are your goals as a coach going into your second year with the team?
Yeah. You know, I did tell them after, I was like, you guys are making my job really hard for next year, but I'm willing to take the challenge on. My goal really is just to continue to grow in ways that like they didn't think were possible, right? Because we worked so hard this season to get to nationals and just feel so proud and so happy of how we did. And like the moment they walked off the floor, we're watching it, we're excited, we're happy, and I'm just like, remember this moment. Like this is what matters. This is what matters. And at one point, one of my dancers was like, you know, honestly, I was so proud of us that we could have been in last place and I still would have been just as proud. And I was like, that's when I really felt like I did something right? Wow. So it's just really continuing to instill that, right? Like you don't need to walk into the next season and be like, oh, well, we have to be top 5 again, or we have to do this. Like that's unnecessary pressure. That's not also like realistic to put that on, because you never know what the judges are going to think. You never know what other people are going to bring. You worry about yourself, and whatever comes out of that is what you make of it, right? Yeah. So my goal is just to continue to like push that culture, and really push that negativity away, because like I said, they were a little broken when I came on the team, and I felt for them, right? Like that was really hard to see, and I'm like, you guys should be proud no matter how you do. You need to look at everything as a learning opportunity. Yeah. So that's one big goal that I have for sure.
When you took, I don't know if this is an evasive question, is it a paid position?
So like through dues, they pay me.
Sure, okay.
I chose to not get paid this season with the room thing, because I was stressed about it, because I was like, these college kids who don't have money now need to pay how much extra for space. So I chose to not do that on my own this year, which was fine. I think we all know we don't do it for the money and whatnot, but that opportunity is there for this next season. So hopefully we'll do more fundraising, and then it won't even be a problem.
Yeah. Did you already live close to the university?
So
I feel like you might have mentioned this earlier, so I'm sorry if you did.
That's okay. So I live like 15 minutes away from the university, but what happened was I was leaving North Dakota because my actual job was just getting like way too overwhelming for me. I lived in a small town, and I just like needed a change. And so I picked up my stuff, and I said, after this last national season with North Dakota, I was like, all right, I'm going to move to Minneapolis. Honestly, I thought my dance coaching days were done. Oh, wow. Genuinely, yeah. I started working at a technique studio just for fun. Yeah. And then actually, Caitlin, the girl I used to coach with, sends me a screenshot of the Minnesota Premier saying that they're hiring a coaching position, and she was like, are you going to apply for this? And I was like, should I? And she was like, absolutely. Wow. So honestly, this position kind of just like fell in my lap, and I just believe that everything happens for a reason. So it was just meant to be. And so now I'm there coaching them.
And you feel like it's long term? Like you want to be there long term?
Yeah. No, wow. I see this relationship and this connection that I've like never, like, I don't want to say that I've never had it with dancers before, but it's just like,
it's different.
It's different. Yeah. And I think it was different because I was doing it by myself, which is so hard. Anyone who coaches by themselves, you're a rock star. Yeah. You're amazing. I don't know how you do it, especially like there are some coaches that consistently do it by themselves. I was like, please, somebody give me an assistant coach. I need help. And so I do have an assistant coach for next year, so I'm really excited about that. But yeah, so I do see myself here long term, and I'm really, really excited to continue to build and grow.
Well, congratulations on the season.
Thank you.
And first year coach coming out of the program. Yeah. And have fun at NDCA. I might see you around, I might not. But thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Of course.
Appreciate it.
And that is our show for today. Before you go, make sure you head over to www.nocountsgiven.com for all things dance-related news, updates, interviews, and industry conversations. While you're there, subscribe to our newsletter so you can be the first to know what's happening in the dance world. From new episodes to hot topics, routine highlights, and everything No Counts Given is covering next. Thank you so much for listening, for watching, and for being part of this community.
We'll see you next week for another episode of the No Counts Given podcast with Kyle Rush.